First carry for Darius Geis. Oh, a little 360. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. All right, now look at me.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, and that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Brian Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Switch.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's got his target. That's more. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Over! 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Second down and 10, Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Again, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Over! Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the safety creep. Big Ed. Watch him now, Barney.
He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And Myers able to knock it through. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Murray flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Off play action. Murray. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Murray now sliding out of the pocket into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold rolling to his right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
We got 3 downs. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Gun.
Darnold from the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Watch him now, Barney. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustment time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray going up top. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 11. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 22. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Stop.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Darnold going underneath for Crowell. And Crowell lost the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Darnold from the red zone now. Fighting to stay upright. Herndon's got it complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Right over there, yeah. Fight.
Darnold. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off of play action, Darnold. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No, check. Patriot.
And here's Marshall. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. From the gun, Murray. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. On first down, this is Geis. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They were looking for Marshall that time. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So now,
and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I got you, punk. Over.
Play action. It's Darnold. Flushed out right. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now it's Darnold, and incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Darnold now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Back now here on EA Sports as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And here come the Redskins now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Lucky 56.
To throw again. Murray dumps it off for Geist. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing on first down. Murray throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here's Murray. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, it's Darnold finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
To throw is Darnold. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Three down. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, 90.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Check. 53.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go now. Blue, 90.
Now Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 1st and 10, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Marshall. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Mike 56. Mike 56. I'm here all day.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot. Hot.
They'll run with Cannon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit. Detroit. Hot. Hot.
Now Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.